Hey everyone, welcome back to a Sober Saturday workout. This is week 9. The past 8 weeks, we have been doing a bunch of stuff, right? We have been talking about the 8 principles that we learned in recovery. We started off with honesty. We went to hope. We did surrender, which also means having faith. We did courage. We did integrity. We did willingness, humility, and brotherly love. This week, we're talking about step 9, which is responsibility for our actions and making things right. In recovery, that means making amends, right? Fixing what we've destroyed in our past. In wellness, it means rebuilding healthy habits and showing up for ourselves and for others. Both take courage and commitment. Every step forward counts. Today, I'm going to show you guys a nice simple workout, but before I do that, I want to tell you a little story about myself. When I first got into recovery, I had to go through the steps, and going through the steps was really difficult. I got to step 9 to make an amends, and I thought of my toughest amends to make was to my ex-wife, believe it or not. And I was afraid to make that amends. I was afraid to right my wrongs because, after going through the 4th and the 5th step, I learned that I was the cause of the problem and that I had to go fix that problem. So, when I had made amends, I had told her my faults and where I went wrong, where I did, and what I needed to do to make it up to her. Unfortunately, our relationship did not work, but that's okay. You know what? Because she's still the mother of my children. And just like we learned last week, it's about brotherly love, right? We love people regardless. So you know what? For me, I had to learn. I had to make an amends. I had to fix what I had broken. In order for me to move on, I had to fix what I had broken. I also did that in recovery for my health. I realized a year ago that, my habits were horrible. I used to eat everything that I wanted and not the right things, right? I love burgers. I love pizza. Never drank water. I would drink a 6-pack of Diet Coke every single day. You know what? But I knew I couldn't maintain that. I couldn't live a healthy, happy, joyous, and free life by doing that. So what did I do? I had to make amends to myself, and I had to commit to myself. I had to do what was right? So what I did was I slowly, a little bit at a time, I changed my daily habits. First, I started off with making sure I got in enough steps, and I started off small. I started with 5,000 steps a day. Well, I'm up to about 15,000 steps a day now. But it takes progress, not perfection. And that's what, taking responsibility for my own actions and changing my habits is what I needed to do to get my life back to where I needed to go.